This video is for the congruence and transformations notes. This is lesson 410. So let's start with some vocabulary. So congruent figures are figures that are the same size and the same shape. Rigid transformations are transformations where size and shape are preserved. And then corresponding sides and angles are sides and angles in two figures whose relative position is the same. So remember, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So if they're corresponding, then they're congruent. So this next slide says, identify the corresponding sides and corresponding angles of the triangles and complete the congruence statement. Okay, so the marks indicate which sides are congruent. So LM is this side with 2 marks. So if we look at this triangle, this side with 2 marks is side TS. And then MN right here has 1 mark. So the corresponding side is SR over here. And then NL has 3 marks. So the corresponding side over here is side RT. And then corresponding angles are the same way. So see how L only has 1 little loop? So it corresponds with angle T. Angle M has 2 loops. It corresponds with angle S. And then angle N has 3, so it corresponds with angle R. So order the letters go in is important. Okay, the angles help you the most. They have to match up. So if L starts this triangle, then T has to start this triangle. M is with S, N is with R. So the order matters when we're naming these shapes. All right, congruent figures. So given triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEC, find the measure of each angle in the triangles. Identify the corresponding sides and angles of the triangle. Okay, so just right off the bat here, we've got vertical angles. Okay, the name matters too. So see how we have angle B? Angle B is in the middle, so it corresponds with angle E. So that means E is 60 degrees. So we've only got 1 angle left. Rule of triangles is all 3 angles add up to 180. So we can do 180 minus 60 minus 45 to find our missing angle. So again, the way we name these, sorry guys. All right, BCA is 45 degrees. It's the letter in the middle. Okay, so then CAB is 75 degrees. CDE is 75 degrees. And then DEC is 60 degrees. All right, corresponding sides. So we've got marks on this one. That helps. So AC corresponds with CD. BC, which is this one, has 2 marks, so it corresponds with CE, which means BA matches up with ED. And then corresponding angles. So BCA is 45, so it corresponds with DCF. Ooh. E. Sorry, that's an E. I don't know why I said F. But we have to put it in a specific order. Okay, so if we look at the names again, BCA, middle, last, first. So we want to do the same thing here. Middle, last, first. ECD. ECD. The name helps you big time. So angle ABC is going to match up with angle DEC, and then CAB, last, first, middle, so last, C, first, D, middle, angle C, D, E. All right, transformations. Triangle LMN has been translated to the right and down to create triangle QRS. Determine the measure of angle RSQ and the length of QC. If the length of CR, that's just this little piece here, is 3.8 meters. 3.8. All right, so RSQ is this angle here. So rules about congruent triangles, their angles are going to be the same. So M and R, both the middle letters here, so we know those are both going to measure 98 degrees. And then, let's see which other one, Q and L, so this one's 55. So we have two of the angles, so to get the third one, we're just going to do 180 minus 98 minus 55, and that gives us 27 degrees. All right, QC is this little piece here. LM, the first two letters, matches up with QR. So that means all the way across from Q to R is going to be 12. Okay? We know this little piece. We want to know this little piece. So we know the total is 12, and we're taking out that little 3.8 piece. So we would subtract it, and QC, which is just this distance here, would be 8.2 meters. Okay. So flip over. So now a verbal description. So the vertices of quadrilateral A, B, C, D, and it gives us the points on the coordinate plane where these would be. After translation, the coordinates of A prime are 2, -1. Describe the translation using coordinate notation and find the coordinates of B prime, C prime, and D prime. Okay, so let's look at what happened to A. A went from -3, 4 to 2, -1. So if it's a translation, we're adding or subtracting. So the x value got bigger. That means we're going to add something to the x value. We could think of it like an equation. -3 plus x equals 2. And we could do menu 3-1 and we could solve that. But what we're doing is we're adding 5 to that. Okay, and then 4, we're going down, so it tells us we're going, oh, it doesn't tell us we're going down, but we're decreasing here. From 4 to -1, we're decreasing, so we're subtracting. Again, you could do 4 minus y equals a -1, and you could menu 3-1 it. But here we're subtracting a 5. So in coordinate notation, x, y turns into x plus 5, y minus 5. And we can do that to all these points. So 2 plus 5 is a 7, 4 minus 5 is a -1, and then C, 3 plus 5 is an 8, and then 2 minus 5 is a -3. And then point D, -4 plus 5 would give us a 1, and then -1 minus 5 would give us a -6. All right, on the coordinate plane now. If polygon ABCDE is reflected across the x-axis, graph the reflected image and identify the corresponding sides and angles. Okay. So we're reflecting across the x. So remember, we can count to the x. So from A, it takes me 2. So I go 2 past it. And that's my new A. B, 2. So 1, 2. So that's B prime. D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my new point D. C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm losing my lines. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my new C. And B would be the same way. It would be 8 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, sorry, this should be an E, and that's a B. And that is not a very straight line. Okay. So our corresponding sides, AB corresponds with A prime, B prime. BC corresponds with B prime, C prime. So the sides still match up even though they're kind of in a different order, different position. CD matches up with C prime, D prime. DE matches up with D prime, E prime. And EA matches up with E prime, A prime. All right, corresponding angles. So let's start with angle ABC. The corresponding angle on the new figure would be A prime, B prime, C prime. And we could do this for every angle. All that's going to change is just those prime marks. So that's all we're going to fill out on that one. And so that's it. That's it for this video.